Hello and welcome. You're watching Nationwide at 6. I am Osama Shah. In a sensational claim after 7 people were acquitted in the 2008 Malegaon blast case, a former probe officer, he has alleged that the Maharashtra ATS was ordered to arrest the RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat during the investigation. This person named Mehboob Mujawar, he was a part of that ATS team that investigated the blast. He also claims that there was an attempt to take the probe in the wrong direction, as he puts it, and that false cases were registered against him for objecting to that plan. In fact, yesterday, the trial court verdict acquitted all 7 accused. Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, he has reacted, saying a conspiracy has been exposed. The BJP, in the meanwhile, has also hit out at the Congress.
मेरे को डेपुटेशन पे लिया गया था और ये पूरा तपास मेरा नहीं है, अब्सकॉन्डर आरोपी है, उनको लाने के लिए उनके बारे में मेरे को तपास दिया गया था, जो कि संदीप डांगे, रामजी कलसंगरा, संदीप दिलीप पाटीदार, इसके संदर्भ में वो तपास था। मोहन भागवत जी को भी पकड़ के लाने के लिए कहा गया था, तो मैंने वो काम नहीं किया। मैं 7-8 महीने एटीएस में था, 7-8 महीने तक ये काम करता रहा, मगर वो काम मेरे हाथ से नहीं हुआ। फिर वो मेरे को समझ में आया बाद में, मैंने ये झूठ काम करने के चक्कर में नहीं गया।
लगता है कि मालेगांव में जो बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट हुए थे, उस बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट में मतलब कुछ हिंदू समाज को पकड़ा गया था। सबके सरकार का एक थोड़ा सा एनालिसिस ऐसा था कि मस्जिद पर बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट हुआ है, ये बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट हिंदू लोगों ने किया हुआ, और तब इसको आतंकवाद, हिंदू आतंकवाद की उपमा भी दे दी। लेकिन आतंकवाद को धर्म होता नहीं है, हिंदू हो, मुस्लिम हो, दलित हो, कोई भी हो। लेकिन जिस तरह अधिकारी ने स्टेटमेंट दिया है कि मोहन भागवत को पकड़ने के लिए मेरे को दबाव था, लेकिन मैंने दबाव पर मैं आया नहीं। तो फिर मेरा सवाल उस अधिकारी को है कि फिर आपने ये लोगों को क्यों पकड़ा था? अगर आपके पास एविडेंस नहीं थे तो उनको पकड़ने की बिल्कुल आवश्यकता नहीं थी, और अगर उनको पकड़ा था तो आपने एविडेंस देने की आवश्यकता थी, वो आप नहीं दे पाए, इसीलिए कोर्ट ने उनको बरी किया है। मुझे लगता है कि तब की सरकार की चाल ठीक नहीं थी, और मोहन भागवत जैसे बड़े नेता को पकड़ने का कुछ सूचना आदेश देना ठीक नहीं था।
जो 2008 का षड्यंत्र है, ये सभी के सामने अब खुल चुका है, और उस समय की जो सरकार है, इस सरकार ने वोट की राजनीति के लिए हिंदू टेरर और भगवा आतंकवाद ये शब्द तैयार किए थे, कि जिन अधिकारियों ने बहुत प्रेशर आने के बावजूद ये स्पष्ट रूप से कहा कि हम इतना गैर कानूनी काम नहीं कर सकते, ऐसा कोई सबूत दूर दूर तक इनके खिलाफ नहीं है। किस प्रकार के सूडो सेक्युलर, क्योंकि उस समय इस्लामिक आतंकवाद था, वो आज भी है, पर ऐसा किसी ने नहीं कहा था कि सारे मुस्लिम आतंकवादी है, किंतु बावजूद उसके तमाम हिंदुओं को आतंकवादी ठहराने का प्रयास ये कांग्रेस के माध्यम से उस समय किया गया था।
ये निर्देश दिया गया था महबूब मुजावर जी को, इस सैफरन टेरर नैरेटिव को और आगे बढ़ाने के लिए आरएसएस अर्थात राष्ट्रीय स्वयंसेवक संघ के आदरणीय सरसंघ चालक माननीय श्री मोहन भागवत जी को गिरफ्तार करना चाहिए, और उन्होंने साफ साफ इनकार कर दिया कि मैं संघ के सरसंघ चालक जी को गिरफ्तार नहीं करूंगा, क्योंकि उनका इससे कोई लेना देना नहीं। Some damning charges were pressed upon this ATS officer, Mr. Mehboob Mujawar, जिसके कारण से उनकी पदोन्नति अर्थात प्रमोशन भी रुक गई। बाद में महबूब मुजव्वर कोर्ट में गए और कोर्ट ने उन्हें एक्विट किया, कोर्ट ने उन्हें छोड़ा। कोर्ट ने कहा कि महबूब मुजव्वर निर्दोष हैं और ये सारी चीजें जो उनके खिलाफ कही गई हैं वो गलत है।
The NIA Special Court's verdict in the Malegaon bomb blast case seems to have opened up Pandora's box with the new revelations by a former ATS official, now bringing this very important fact in public domain that the party in power at that time had given specific directions to the ATS officials who were investigating the Malegaon bomb blast case to arrest the RSS chief. Now, this clearly questions not only the political motive but also the circumstances and the nature of the investigation that was carried out in the Malegaon bomb blast case. Secondly, considering the fact that the NIA Special Court found no credible evidence against those 7 Indian citizens who were allegedly involved in this case, also raises questions considering the kind of investigation that was carried out by the security agencies in the Malegaon bomb blast case.
All right. As my colleague Himanshu Shekhar was there pointing out that this conversation has indeed opened up Pandora's box. And we'll try and decode this. We'll try and understand the different sides to it. Joining me in the studio is Mr. Tehseen Poonawalla, a political analyst. Tehseen Poonawalla, first of all, you know, when we talk about the entire narrative, was that for political gain by the Congress? Because this is what the BJP is alleging, that the use of the term saffron terror and Hindu terror, it was only and only to appease a certain section of the society.
Good evening. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I always say a saying in Hindi, which I will say it in English. So, ऐसा कोई सगा नहीं जिसको भाजपा ने ठगा नहीं. The BJP is the biggest con job in India. Now, let me explain to you why. Pragya Thakur ji was arrested by my friend Hemant Karkare, who's a martyr for this country. You know where did Hemant Karkare ji get that information for, that she was involved, that motorcycle was involved, which has now been said that it's not the motorcycle, etc. From the Madhya Pradesh police, which had arrested Pragya Thakur for the murder of an RSS worker called Sunil Joshi. That was the same motorcycle the Madhya Pradesh police gave. She was under arrest already when the ATS, Mumbai ATS arrested her. So why was Madhya Pradesh police arresting under Shivraj Singh Chauhan? Point number 1. Point number 2. Whatever these terms that are being coined, first, terror has no religion, but when these terms are coined, who coined this word? A gentleman called R.K. Singh ji. Where is he today? He's a member of parliament of the BJP and a union minister of the BJP. He coined this term and he stays on record. Just on a side track, another gentleman who said 2611 was an RSS conspiracy, because we are talking about respected Mohan Bhagwat ji, is a gentleman called Kripa Shankar Singh ji, who's today a respected member of the BJP and he contested Uttar Pradesh on a BJP ticket. BJP, like I said, is the biggest con job. Now, let's come to the next point. The said inspector has accused a senior officer of the Mumbai police of trying to get Mohan Bhagwat ji in a conspiracy. The officer being alleged is an officer called Parambir Singh ji. You know who is he extremely close to? BJP. You know who protected this officer? BJP. You know when did he get majority of his promotions? Under BJP. So BJP will promote officers who want to arrest Mohan Bhagwat ji. This is, I'm telling you, BJP has no interest, and I'll expose BJP's hypocrisy. I completely accept the court verdict with Pragya Thakur ji. I accept that this is the court verdict. Perfect. BJP will not accept the Mumbai train blast verdicts only because those accused are Muslims and here it's Hindus. Therefore, the only people creating religious divide in our country is the BJP, and I stand by that. Okay. My friend Hemant Karkare was a martyr for this country. Okay,
let's get a response from Charu Pragya, spokesperson of the BJP, who's also joining us at this time. Charu Pragya, these are very serious, allegations that have been made. Respond to that, and also respond to what Tehseen Poonawalla has said as far as all the connections that are allegedly linked to the RSS and to the BJP, and how these people have in fact benefited from that narrative. It is not the Congress, it is the BJP that has benefited from it.
BJP has only benefited from people's faith, nothing else. And Tehseen is a dear friend, yet everything that Tehseen has said today is very convenient, extremely convenient, Tehseen, to come here and claim that every person at that point of time who was a part of the Congress ecosystem in a very strong way could have left the Congress ecosystem and joined another political party. But that does not take away from the ideology of Congress itself. Sushil Kumar Shinde ji most recently has said that using the word Bhagwa terror, Hindu terror, was not my personal ideology or thought process. It was the Congress's. Because I was a part of that political party, I had to use it. It's still being used till today. So please tell me, why is it that Congress ideology still is stuck on divide and rule? You did coin the term Hindu terror. Before getting any verdict from any court, before collecting any evidence, talking to any person in the prosecution, Congress had declared that 2611 was a RSS conspiracy. Your tall leader had actually released a book to that effect. That book, that photo which is being flashed in front of everybody today. So much so that even till today, Congress has an issue about accepting the truth for what it is. And please allow me to quote Priyanka Gandhi ji. We all know the Malegaon case verdict, but please let me quote Priyanka Gandhi ji. She just spoke 2 days back in Parliament. She spoke about the Pahalgam terror attack, absolutely refusing to acknowledge that every single victim who was shot down was a Hindu. She kept insisting he was a Bharatiya. Really, was he a Bharatiya or was he shot down because he's a Hindu? Because out of the 26 people shot down, one was a Nepali. Why was he shot? Not because he's a Bharatiya, because he's a Hindu. Nobody asked them for their nationality, but everybody was asked what their religion was. So this turning a blind eye because you need to gather 4 extra votes because of your appeasement politics has been put to a full stop now with the Malegaon court verdict.
But Charu Pragya, why is there no outrage when people are acquitted in a similar case, in a terror case, the train blast case? Why is there no outrage from the BJP?
No, here the outrage is because
a lot of because a lot of your party men have said that they are going to appeal in the higher courts.
Nobody is stopping the Congress from appealing also
duplicity
into a higher court if that is what they believe in. But understand what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say here is that there is an entire narrative which has been busted today. The whole talk about Hindu terror, then turning around and saying that terror has no religion. So much so that even after Pahalgam, you're insisting that those who came were terrorists, not linking it to Islamic terror, not calling the victims even Hindus. So this divide policy that Congress has adopted, that it has lived by since 2008 till date, that is what needs to stop, and this is exactly what I'm calling out right now.
Okay. Yes, please go ahead.
Charu is the best BJP spokesperson, but even Charu is avoiding my questions like a landmine. Now let me answer. Charu said, and I quote her, people were part of the Congress ecosystem. Was the Home Secretary of India part of the ecosystem? And if the Home Secretary of India was such a spineless gentleman, why did the BJP take him in and make him a minister? The book that Charu refers to, which said that 2611 was an RSS conspiracy, which it wasn't, it was a Pakistan conspiracy, because my friend Hemant Karkare was martyred, was released by a gentleman called Kripa Shankar Singh ji, who got a BJP ticket from Uttar Pradesh to contest an election. The BJP would have won more seats in Uttar Pradesh, in Western UP had Charu contest an election. They gave people like Kripa Shankar Singh ji a ticket to contest the election. Let me come to the third point that Charu said. Charu, very simple question. I, Tehseen Poonawalla, think that in Pahalgam, people were of course killed, Indians, and one Nepali was killed on the basis of religion. No two ways about it. Now let me ask you, 2 cases. One is the Malegaon blast case where Pragya Thakurji has been proved innocent, and in the Mumbai bomb blast case where a bunch of Muslims have been proved innocent. Why is it that the BJP celebrates one Pragya Thakur but on the other says we will go to court? Why isn't the stand the same for the BJP that in both we will go to court, or in both cases innocent people were made to suffer? And Pragya Thakur accuses Parambir Singh of torturing her and Hemant Karkare. Charu, I know you. Do you think Hemant Karkare ji had tortured her? Hemant Karkare is a martyr for this country. Is that the BJP stand?
Charu Pragya, very quick response from you before we end this discussion. Go ahead.
Yeah, so very quickly, and I'm not going to be pointing fingers at officers at all, because officers have to act at the behest of the political masters. We know that. Otherwise, why didn't India retaliate after 2611? It was the same army. We had the same powers, yet we didn't respond. What did we send? Letters. Today, because the political leadership has changed, what are we sending? Missiles. So the thought process of bureaucracy also changes with the political dispensation, and this is a fact that nobody can erase.
Sorry.
Yes, please.
And because Tehseen mentioned Kripa Shankar Singh ji, Kripa Shankar Singh ji at that point of time also was a part of the Congress ecosystem. So every single person you're quoting right now, Tehseen, comes from your ecosystem which even today refuses to call Pahalgam victims Hindus. Problem क्या है हिंदू बोलने में, और problem क्या है to call a spade a spade? That is what I have a problem with. 17 long years it has taken for this entire narrative to come to a stop, and 17 years the process has become the punishment. Everybody that has been declared innocent today, they have suffered because of the process.
Okay. Charu Pragya and Tehseen Poonawalla, thank you very much for being part of this discussion.